Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about tonight to wrap up the day, I've got to show you something that one of the headlining strategists for the Democratic Party said on CNN around what's happening with Trump. Now, this video is not about Trump. It's about something much larger. Even CNN is catching up to it. And the polling that I'm going to show you from MSNBC basically reinforces that entire point. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think on this one. If you agree or disagree, and of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And this content is brought to you by Vanish Holsters. I'm going to say one quick word, and then we're going to hit this. My brothers and sisters, I am excited to bring you what I think is the biggest giveaway that I've ever seen on this channel, and it's brought to you by Vanish Holsters. Now, Vanish Holsters is made for the everyday American concealed carry patriot, not the upper echelons of the gun world. We're talking somebody who wants to have a gun, have it be comfortably stored, and safely stored to protect themselves and those that they love. This is the most comfortable holster that you're ever going to wear. This is a 48-inch belt that fits universally to anybody, and it's completely ambidextrous. It has a no stink material, and it fits up to a 46-inch waist. This is something that you're going to want to check out. Look at this. They are launching the biggest giveaway I have ever had on this channel. They are giving one of you this incredible Jeep Gladiator and $25,000 worth of gold thanks to Vanish. To enter, all you have to do is click the link in the description and get yourself the most comfortable holster you've ever worn, and Vanish is hooking you up. Get $40 off now when you use my link in the description box. All right, beautiful people, we are back, and one of the things that I want to hit on is something that I mentioned in the intro from CNN. It's from David Axelrod. Now, David Axelrod is a strategist who was in charge of Obama getting elected twice. This guy's a big part of the Democratic Party, and he starts to mention some things around Trump and something that the left has attempted to do through the media, through the politicians, through some of the people you're about to see on screen. But the entire point is there is a preconceived, set, determined outcome of attack this man and remove him from being an option of the people. I'm not saying it's for, I'm not saying it's against. What I'm saying is they are trying to make the decision for you. And one of the reasons I wanted to tie this together was look at what happened in New Mexico. You can't have your Second Amendment rights, so the governor took them away underneath an emergency order that she signed with a pen, and you can't have Second Amendment rights because she knows better than you do. Look at the Secretary of State in Maine. You know what? This person can't be on the ballot because he obviously did something bad. There's no other parties. It's just me unilaterally, and I've got some YouTube videos, so therefore we can remove him. And then you've got the Supreme Court justices in Colorado. This entire thing is built on the premise of they know better than you do, so their choice should be removed because you're too stupid to figure something out. Tie that together with the Second Amendment rights, tie together with voting, tie together with presidential, tie together with immigration. Fill in the blank here, and the constant theme is the liberal leftist overlords know better than you do about everything in your life. Here, check this out. I want to show you what they're saying because the quiet part is getting screamed pretty loud here. Check this out.
A lot of the motivation for his candidacy was as a legal defense strategy. He knew that he was in jeopardy of being indicted on a number of different things, and he wanted to set up a construct that has worked very well for him, which says that they're coming after him because he's running for president and they're trying to prevent him from being president. And this, of course, is the most blatant example in his telling that a state elected official in Maine can throw him off the ballot, that a court in Colorado can. All of this is strengthening him in the Republican primary.
It's not just the Republican primary, by the way. I'm going to show you in a second what's happening on the flip side here. Stay with me for this whole video. But the point is, they thought by removing Trump through these legal means, by impeaching him multiple times, by basically trying to arrest him, by trying to do all the things they've done to him, they thought that the population would perceive that as, oh, they're doing it to him, so it must be a very bad thing. But we can't let him be a choice. And even David Axelrod is going, everything that we've done has only fueled him further because the American people can see through what you're doing. Whether they're for Trump or not for Trump, that's yet to be seen. But what I can tell you is the American people, I'm one of them, I can speak as one of them, when you are trying to hide a choice and you're trying to overtly use a system against somebody that's supposed to be one of my choices, it's pretty obvious I'm going to lean and look where you don't want me to look because there's obviously a reason you're trying not to make me look there. That's just basic human nature, particularly with Americans who tend to not like to be lied to. But anyway, let's go to the second one because that's not all David had to say. Check this out. Then we'll get to this polling, and even MSNBC knows something's coming. Check this out.
primary, we've run this experiment. He's only gained since he started getting indicted. What you thought might be kryptonite for him has turned out to be battery packs. And this is a big one for him. Presumably, the Supreme Court will deal with it fairly quickly. And I expect that they will leave him on the ballot. And yes, Brianna, I have very, very strong reservations about all of this. I do think it would rip the country apart if he were actually prevented from running, because tens of millions of people want to vote for him. I think if you're going to beat Donald Trump, you're going to probably have to do it at the polls.
That should have been the answer the whole time. But again, not for, not against. I'm just saying objectively, if the idea was you got to beat him, you should have left it alone and beat him at the polls. My own personal hypothesis, you guys can leave it down there. If you had not done all the things you'd done to him, he probably would have faded a little bit more than you would have liked. But instead, you did make him a martyr. You did make him a victim because you were making him a martyr and you were making him a victim. You literally targeted someone because you did not like them. And therefore, you utilize the DOJ in a way that you have not used it against other people. That's pretty easy to perceive. Again, you can be for or against. If you have eyes, you can see what's happening. It's only making him stronger because the system of which he was first elected for, to kick it right in the gonads, is coming against him. Guess what? Those same people are going, oh, wait a minute. It still exists. Let's do it again. This is the whole point. Now, let me tie this together because it is like battery packs, and even he says, last point, even he says that the Supreme Court is going to let him be back on the ballots because it's unconstitutional what they're doing. Again, another tie-in with gun control. Anyway, look at what's happening over at MSNBC, the same time frame. Check this out, and you tell me if this is just something that it's all about Trump or there's something else going on under the surface. Check this out.
How about the Democratic end of things? Joe Biden seems poised to be the Democratic nominee. What kind of year has he had politically? Well, again, he started 2023 coming off those good midterms for Democrats, and his approval rating, 46-50, wasn't that bad, but it's taken a hit this year. And as we start to close out the year, our final NBC poll had him at just 40% approval, 57% disapproval. How does this compare to past presidents entering their re-election year? Here you can see it. Here's the 40 that we have Biden at right now. These are all the final polls heading into the election year, re-election year that NBC conducted. You just see all the recent presidents. Look, Trump got beat in 2020. He was at 44 heading into his re-election year. Bush Sr. got beat in 92. He was at 52 and heading south rapidly there. But you see how that number compares. That's the lowest. That's the lowest in an NBC poll for an incumbent facing a re-election year.
The lowest in an NBC poll for an incumbent facing an election year. Now, that's from MSNBC. That's not a conservative source. CNN was just saying that we've made him more powerful and stronger because we persecuted him so. Do you see what's happening under the surface? They do the same thing with our gun rights. They do the same thing with President Trump, or candidate Trump, President Trump, however you want to refer to him. They do the same thing with Trump. They make the decisions for you. You're too stupid. You can't figure it out. We got you, boo. Just go ahead and do your job, work your 9 to 5, and we'll take care, make sure everything goes all right. That's their mantra. They're smart. You're dumb. We'll make the decisions. We'll give you 2 choices. We win in both. That's what they've done. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below if I landed that plane, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.